too many things I want to do. I want to create videos. I want to watch and find out what's going on with the virus and the pandemic. I do get scared, but if it was just me, I wouldn't be. I get scared that if I would get it and give it to my mom, And while I've loved John for a very long time, his writings, I don't agree with him regarding this. Neither does Joe, for that matter. That doesn't mean I don't agree with him on a whole bunch of other shit, just not this. But it doesn't matter, We're all doing the best we can. I need to start sleeping more. I want to dance again for you guys. I'm itching to dance again. This is the situation, So, as you guys know, because I repeatedly said it, that's how you know, and I did it prior to this shift in the fabric of reality that nobody saw coming. I don't know, I was already not, not even really here. Here in body, not in spirit. Slap her harder, make her feel it. It's useless of you dreaming. She's not even breathing. Anyhow, so something like this. Because I'm just in a utter, state of shock. Almost. How can this even be happening? And yet it is. And yet I've always known that anything can happen. So I don't know why I'm surprised when I've always known anything can happen. Again, extraterrestrials, other dimensions, anything you can think of. Richard Bach, I read his books, and he claimed, although obviously he can't prove it, but they were brilliant. I loved them. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, but he said that he and his wife had, this I read in my 20s, that actually left their bodies together, I read all kinds of stuff like that. Some I liked better than others. I really liked Richard Bach, but that's what he said, He claimed to have out-of-body experiences with his wife, If I recall correctly, he also said, because he had books published and stuff, I think he lost $1 million because somebody in his life who he trusted, like a book accountant or whatever, took off with it. But he's on a higher plane. He's just like, oh well, he'll make more money or whatever. He didn't care. He didn't care. I guess if he really was having out-of-body experiences with the love of his life, why would he give a fuck about that? You know what I mean? He didn't care. He was in a different reality, I guess. So anyway, Chester Bennington, you know I've been obsessing over him. And if you dig deep, you can find stuff. They said that he was just really, really sensitive. He wore his heart on his sleeve and stuff. But it also said something interesting. His wife was talking, and she said that she's never been depressed. And she admitted, she's like, it must have been hard for him because I couldn't relate at all. Huh. I couldn't even, Joe suffered from depression, brooding musician and all that, so he could relate to any kind of, pain and, what it mean to me and whatnot. I can't imagine being with somebody who doesn't. I just wouldn't want to. I just wouldn't. Donald was just fucked in the head, so we had that in common, but he wasn't the very nicest person, to say the least. But he definitely could relate. He hated himself. That's probably why he hurt me. That's what Doug said. What are Doug's doing? Desert rose from the ALICIACREATURE musician. If he's still around. I'll never forget when I contacted him, when Donald and I fell apart. I was able to, don't know how. I think I remembered an old address, wrote to it. His mom was still there, and she got in touch with him. But anyway, I got to talk to Doug again, and he was telling me I should read my poems on Hollywood Boulevard. Of course, I didn't have any brave enough to do that. I'm not brave enough to do anything that doesn't involve just, being safe in my room. If we want to be blunt, it's the truth. I can't deny it, right? Although I did read my poetry a couple times at a little coffee shop, but that wasn't the greatest. I liked watching other people, though. Anyway, when I contacted Doug, he told me that he had planned on killing himself. And I remembered him being like a somewhat Christian. I'm like, you believe in heaven and hell and you were going to kill yourself? He's like, yep, I believed I would go to hell. Like, oh my God, I never knew anybody who killed themselves would actually do it believing they were going to go to hell. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, but so much doesn't make sense to me anyway. You know what I mean? I figured anybody who kills themselves, they do it because they 100%, even though they have no proof, they believe it'll be the end of their pain. And since I've never believed that, I kind of stuck around, and yet it doesn't even make sense because I also did all kinds of things that could have led to my death. See, that's kind of fucked up. It's fucked up, but I don't know. That's one of the things about, that's one of the criteria of being borderline, is you tempt death in order to feel more alive. Anyway, it's not good. So if I don't think that there's nothing, then I'm pretty much gonna think if I kill myself, I might, arrive on the other side, which could have happened to Robin Williams and Chester Bennington, and regret it and find out that I wasn't supposed to do it. you know. Joe's done an about face because he went from 25 years ago, really a strict Jehovah's Witness, to now he shares my belief in reincarnation. So he says that if you kill yourself, this is what he believes. He actually did a regression too. He told me he did a regression to see who he was in a past life. Can you believe my Jehovah's Witness, my light in the darkness, all that years ago, wound up believing in reincarnation and even doing a regression? Crazy. Anyhow, Joe told me this years ago when I was really in a bad way with Donald and his mom. I just was so... He told me he believes if you kill yourself, you just come back. Even though you won't remember it, you come back to the same damn reality and forced to learn the same damn lesson. So, might as well stick it out, right? That's another one I like, because basically I've told you there's no guy that's gonna, I don't have baggage. I have fucking more than, I have airports full of baggage. I am so fucked up, it's not even funny. Okay? But of course I can, then I can fantasize, you know, Austin Winkler's like, I can handle all the baggage that you're carrying. Count me out. That's the thing with me. There are men, I mean, I know there are men, I know there are men that find me very attractive. But they wouldn't want, I am so, admittedly, fucked up. You know, I'm not even here anymore, but plus, with all this going on, I mean, that's, you know, that's like seal the deal. You know what I mean? That's like, no. So, it's back to fantasy. I wish I had planned to do it too before the libraries were closed. I swear to you, I had been. I had. You have to believe me. Before, we have no libraries now, but I had planned to get Gray. I'm sorry, Red Gray. I planned to get the next one. Although I could probably order a paperback on Amazon. I don't know, I have too much to do now anyway. With trying to keep up with all this stuff on the TV. Let's do my videos. Let's take care of my mother. It drives me crazy. Then I'm not so good for my health, staying up. But what would you do if the only time you could have peace was at night? Wouldn't you stay up? You'd never have any peace at all, right? Think about it. When she was, can I have some the minute I didn't even have my coat off after walking, you know, miles in the rain, which, as I've already pointed out, is more enjoyable as an escape than being here when she's awake. Oh. And she's like, you don't want to talk to me. You're right, I don't. I'm barely hanging on, and you don't talk about anything important. Most of the time you bring up nonsense. I don't mind briefly talking to you about what's going on the TV with the pandemic and whatnot, but you bring up stuff that's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. What the fuck do I care if Garth Brooks is having some kind of concert on Channel 2? It's not even a new concert. It's gotta be a friggin' repeat or something. I don't know, a filmed one that was already filmed. You get my gist? And then she's talking about a political person that I don't give a fuck about who's going to be at the... I mean, I don't even know what she's babbling nonsense. You know? I don't know what's going to happen to all these people cooped up. It's almost like I don't know. Like, let's see what happens when you put all these people together. It's just... I don't know. But I can imagine. I already know some of the things that are happening. It's just awful. It's like everyone's afraid. And I walked away from rooms tonight on the nurse. She's crying. They don't have enough personal protective equipment, and that they're expected to deal with all these people with it, and they're afraid they're going to get it themselves. She said it. She's like, we're living under such terror that we're just being worked. We're living under such terror that we're going to get the virus, and we can't even at least have the equipment to protect us. I'm not understanding that one. I'm not understanding that one. Especially since I just saw on the TV the virus, it might be in all the states or most of them, but not to a high degree. 17 states, it said, as of yesterday, Saturday, including Massachusetts. Massachusetts is one of them. 17 out of 50 something though have at least 1,000 cases of it. Then all the other states looks like they don't have that many, I guess. I don't know. Joe already lives like kind of rural, but you can live rural and not be in a rural state. You get what my drift? He wants, I'm like obviously not revealing anything. He just wants, I don't know where he wants to move to. If he had his way, he would probably live in the woods or something, but he wants to move maybe more rural. Maybe to a state that's all rural. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, when Chester Bennington, when I first heard about him, you know, I don't think I knew his name, but I sure as fuck knew when people were saying the front man for Linkin Park, one of my all-time favorite bands. He was another one that wrote stuff that I could, you know, when my time comes, help me leave behind some reason to be missed. Don't resent me, keep me in your memory, leave out all the rest. And what I don't understand even more is, he wrote a song, I don't know what it is, but basically when Chris Cornell killed himself, they were friends, but Chester Bennington wrote a song like how, you shouldn't have done that, why did you do that, we miss you. And then a few months later he does it. I don't understand that. That bothers me. I don't understand. He knew how badly it hurt him when Chris Cornell killed himself. And just a few months later, was it a few months later? It was a few months later, wasn't it? he decides to do it after actually even writing a song about how you should have held on, or I forget the song because I went and listened to it once, you know. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you were so upset he did it, and it hurt you so badly, and you saw the pain he caused his friends and family and his wife and all that, and then you went and did the same thing to your wife and friends and family and whatnot. I don't understand. Don't understand. But I've also just, I don't have it in me. But I know so many people do. And so many people do that are sticking around, but they still have it in them. So I guess that's, I don't know if you want to call it impressive. I guess it is. It's more impressive than someone like me because I don't have it in me. But if someone does have it in them and they stick it out anyway, that's like, wow. I don't know why I don't have it in me, but I just don't. I just think, like I said, I believe that you get on the other side and you regret it. You regret what you did. It's not like I believe you're going to go burn in hell. I don't believe you're going to be like, punished. But you're going to regret it. And you're going to know that you shouldn't have done it. But it'll be too late. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. But I guess when I was doing the self-destructive behavior, if that led to my death, it wouldn't be my fault, see? Then I didn't commit suicide. It wouldn't have been my fault, so to speak. It's warped thinking, but, that's kind of what I do think. Going back to her, I'm not her anymore. So, I don't even, not only am I not her, I can't even, when I think about who she was, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. I don't really like her that much. I like me at least a little bit better, but I also, she was young, and filled with big dreams that were never meant to come true. So I gotta forgive her if she was filled with big dreams. You kind of have to pretend, or if you want to really have to, if you're trying to believe in yourself, then it's going to come across as, to other people not very good, I suppose. Yeah, ever since those two, because I knew, Lincoln Park was one of my all-time favorite. I still listen to Bleed It Out sometimes. You listen to new stuff and then you don't listen to old stuff. But you don't stop loving the old stuff. I revisited, cause remember I'm trying to find songs that I've loved, trying to think of the certain songs that have resonated with me. I revisited Carolina Lyre's Show Me What I'm Looking For, and I decided to put it on my MP3 player, and that's like 10 years old or something, and I was like, but and I'm like, oh yeah, I still love that song. But you have to stop listening if you want to make room for new stuff. You keep the old stuff in your back of your memory, but you stop listening to it. Look at all the Linkin Parks I don't listen to anymore. Yet I used to love them. You know, I put Bo Bice is your everything, Carolina Liar, um, Show Me What I'm Looking For, and one of my all-time favorite groups ever, Three Doors Down, It's Not My Time. So now those are on my MP3 player. I already have some Three Doors Down. I have that. Just In the Night or something. I didn't like that as much as some others. But they're I loved a lot of their old stuff. When I'm Gone, and Kryptonite, and oh my God. I know if I listened to those right now, I would love them just as much as I ever did. One Light was later. I have that on my MP3 player. When I'm Gone, I really loved, because that is fucking in your gut vulnerability. You know what I mean? That's Matchbox 20 had something like that too. I just can't remember. Because again, they write new stuff too, and then the old stuff you loved, you make new room for new groups and new stuff, and you don't listen to the old stuff anymore. But if you're me and you decide just to do it for the hell of it, you're like, wow, I still love that fucking song. Go into Bo Bice Is Your Everything, and I put that on my MP3 player. I'm like, because now if I haven't listened to it in so many years, it's like being renewed, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I still love that. I still love It's Not My Time. Kryptonite, and When I'm Gone, and whatever else I can't think of off the top of my head. Like I said, Matchbox 20, Three Doors Down, that was my 20s. It had to have been. I know it. I remember. I'm pretty damn sure. I was only 23 and at the gym at Super Fitness, and I remember hearing Matchbox 20 over the speaker, so I believe. They said they're around my age. They have to be. No, they have to be. I know I was listening to Matchbox 23 Doors Down in my 20s. I know that I was. Early 20s. If I was in my early 20s, they'd have to be my age right now. If they were in their early 20s, or maybe if they were 18 and I was 23, then they'd be just a few years younger than me right